Okay, great practice session. I'm just going to put my sax on the stand or in the case, and I look forward to the next one. No! Listen, every time you play your sax, that's right, I said every time you play your sax, you have to do a tiny bit of maintenance to make sure that, number one, your sax doesn't end up in bad repair because of all the crap that you're leaving there, and number two, you don't actually get in bad health because of all the nasty bacteria. So, I'm going to start the stopwatch. I'm going to show you what I do, the non-negotiables, yes, the non-negotiables, and the optional things that you can do after every playing session to make sure that your sax is in good order. It doesn't take long. Make sure you get it right. Let's do it. Right, let's do this in real time. 3, 2, 1, start the clock. That wasn't quite 3, 2, 1. Okay, first thing we're going to do is swab the body. Now, I like to use a double string swab, and we're going to floss your saxophone, okay? This one is by the Boston Sax Shop. I really like it. So one end has a weight on it, one end doesn't. You can keep your saxophone on the sling when you start it. Keep your finger in that to hold it tight. Wait for the thing to come through, then you pull it like that. Now, I put the saxophone, you might not hear me because of the mic, I put the saxophone between my legs like this. It looks really stupid. You're gonna get a lot of funny looks. My neck screw has fallen out. And I make sure that I really give my sax a good flossing like that, and then you can put your tenor over there or your alto over there, and hopefully your neck screw won't fall out. This is all adding extra time. It wouldn't only take this long, but okay, this is real. The show is real. Right, next we're going to get our neck and mouthpiece. You're just going to take all the moisture, the worst moisture off your reed. I like to just wipe it on my arm, I don't know why. Put your reed in the reed case, okay? I've got this Lagan Music reed jar. Your reed does not live on the mouthpiece. Right, next we're going to swab out your neck and mouthpiece. I like to use, doesn't matter what you use, I've got this BG one. It's got like a sort of stiff string, which is good. So I'm just going to put it in there. I don't pull it all the way through. I pull it through like a little bit like that. Oh my God, I'm getting stressed. And then I wipe all around the mouthpiece, top, bottom, all around, make sure it's completely clean and there's no manky bits, all right? Then you pull it through, and then I put my finger in the swab, and then I wipe the inside of the neck like that, and clean the neck tenon as well. Now, the optional upgrade for this is that, I'm getting out of breath, what the hell? The optional upgrade is that you take your mouthpiece off and swipe all around the cork and the neck as well. Okay, then when you put your, and I put my ligature on my pinky while I do that, all right? Then you're going to put your ligature back on the mouthpiece, but you're going to make sure you've got an old stub of reed. In this case, I've got THEO's kind of cap thing, which goes back on there so that your table doesn't get scratched up. Right, that is your neck and mouthpiece done. Then, that is basically all, one more vital thing to do, which is actually an optional, okay? If you've had a really intensive playing session, you can get something like this Key Leaves spit swab. And you start at the, it's hard to do in the right place on camera. You start at the top of the palm keys. And look, you just put the thing in and you just pull, you put the swab in and you just tuck it under the pad and pull it through. It should be a bit better when I do these ones, look. So under the pad, and you just need to do the top end because that's the bit that gets the most water. See, it's underneath the pad. You just keep the pressure on it and you pull it through. That will dry off those pads, and if there's any surface moisture, you can wipe your horn. Now the most important one, of course, is the old G sharp, which is down here. So I'll use the long bit for that. There you go, and just like wipe it out. Then we can do these ones. But like I say, that is optional. You could even do the bottom pads as well, and you can even sort of use one hand to do it if you're really quick. Then, not optional, compulsory, get yourself a key leaf. I've got half a key leaf. I don't use the E flat one, sorry. And then you tuck that round. That prizes open your C sharp key, which also opens the G sharp key, and then you won't get any sticky C sharps or G sharps. That is your saxophone done. So let's stop the clock. 3:47, 3 minutes 47, and I was taking ages. It'd probably be under 3 minutes. Non-negotiable, folks, that is what you have to do every time you play your saxophone. So, very quick video today. I'm still celebrating 100,000 subscribers, so thank you very much for that. My play button will hopefully be in the post at some point. If you like what you see, make sure you go and check out my Saxophone Success Masterclass. It's a solid hour of awesome teaching to help you. If you want access to me, join the Inner Circle membership. It's a fantastic place to be. There's a 7-day free trial. Oh my God, I feel like I've had 15 coffees today. Sorry, be chill, man. Got to be more chill. Okay. In the meantime, make sure you practice hard, practice smart, swab out your sax, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. Shit. Would help if my head wasn't completely cut off, you absolute knob.